Today we're going to be grooming Kaizer. He is a little bit of an anxious Schnauzer. For the most part, he just doesn't like being picked up, and he gets a little vocal. You might see that. If you don't know me, my name's AJ. I've been a pet groomer for 15 years. I've been working with dogs since I was about 8 years old. So like I was saying, I've been bathing dogs since I was 8 years old in my mom's pet grooming shop. So I've been doing this for a long time, worked with a lot of dogs, and I kind of specialize working with anxious dogs. At least I'm the most successful, helping them have a good experience where it's not too bad. So this is a quick before, and then I'll show you a quick after of what he's gonna look like. To get started, we are going to do his nails, pads, his sanitary, which is his bum and his belly. We'll shave his ears, the inside of his ears, and then we'll pluck his ears, and then we'll head to the back, give him a bath. Let's go ahead and get started with his nails. The little guy that's on the ground that you're hearing barking right now, his name's Wilson. He hates his nails being done. It's such a big difference going from doing Wilson's nails to Kaizer's nails. The Kaizer has just been perfect. Wait. When I was a new groomer, I missed a lot of dew claws. I just didn't have the habit of checking every foot for a dew claw, and unfortunately, I had to learn that the hard way. And several of the dogs came in, and their dew claws are so long that they've thrown all the way back until they're almost touching the foot again. Those are my rookie days. He just nibbled on my thumb. So that's him just politely telling me, like, hey, can you stop? Hey, can you please stop? I'm like, no. All right, Kaizer, we have to get your nails done. And it's very typical for Schnauzers. Schnauzers are, man, they typically don't like their nails being done. So it goes to show what a sweet boy Kaizer is. But when they do decide to protest, it's pretty normal for them to give you a little warning nip. And he didn't do a nip, he did more of just like a pinch. He just barely pinched my thumbnail in between his teeth. No dew claws on the back. I'm just gonna double check my work, make sure none of them are bleeding. I'm going to shave the pad of his feet first. See, he keeps licking me. And if I'm not careful, he'll pinch me again. So what I'm going to do is tighten the leash just a little bit so that it's not loose. And then I'm going to work from behind him so that it stretches him out. That way, if he does decide to pinch me, he can't quite reach. That's the goal of stretching him out like this. It's important to know if you're going to shave your pads, your dog's pads at home, to stay in a V shape just underneath the main big pad and to not shave in between the toes. That's the only way that you're really gonna risk serious injuries if you accidentally shave between these toes and you cut the skin between them. Otherwise, you just need to worry about razor burn, keeping your temperature low on the blade, and also not applying too much pressure, not scratching the inside of the pad right there. I'll show you a quick video of what it looks like when they're all done. Show you a quick little before and after. Okay, now that his belly is shaved, go ahead and shave his bum. I'll go ahead and change the blades since it touched his butt. Put a clean 10 on, and we will shave the insides of his ears. Okay, now that his inside of his ears are shaved, we can now pluck his ears. So I'm shaving the ones on the outside so that I don't accidentally pluck them while I'm plucking out the hairs that are on the inside of his ear. This step can be a little bit uncomfortable for the dogs, but once you've done it regularly, the roots don't grow very deep and dogs get used to it for the most part. Like Kaizer here, being one of them. Give him a little ear massage. Now, if the dog had an active ear infection and it's all swollen and nasty in this ear, I would probably not pluck the ears because there's a good chance that me plucking them can increase the inflammation and make the infection worse. Send them to the vet, have the vets take care of it, treat it. I can clean the ears, and that will help, but you don't want to pluck until there's no infection. I'm gonna check his legs real quick. They usually don't have any tangles. I don't feel any today. His beard feels good too. So to bathe Kaizer here, I'm gonna first warm up the water. After the water is warm, I will express his anal glands, and then I'll turn on the bathing system, wash his body with a high pressure system, and then I'll rinse off his face without the system and wash his face by hand. Let's go ahead and get the water warmed up and we'll get started. Let the water pressure down. And when I'm rinsing, I'm going to try to avoid getting water in his ears and in his nose. It's okay if a little goes in his mouth. It's okay if it goes over his eyes. Now, pro tip, if you're washing your dog at home and you're scrubbing the fur and it doesn't lather, then you need to add more soap, or you need to make sure that it's all the way wet. There needs to be water and soap, and once it lathers, that's how you know it's actually washed. If it doesn't lather up well, then you need more soap or you need more water. Get all these eye goobers out from under his eye and in his eyelashes. Now his face is washed, we'll go ahead and rinse his face. And same thing, no water in the nose or the ears, but it's okay if it gets in the eyes. I'm actually gonna make sure that it gets in the eyes, just in case some soap did get in there, we want it rinsed out. Anytime you're rinsing a dog's face, if they wanna shake their head, let them shake it. There's a chance you got water in their ears and they can shake the water out if you'll allow them. If you stop them from doing it, the water might get stuck in there, and that's a good way to cause an ear infection. I'm wringing out his body, getting all the excess water off, as well as checking for any soap. If I feel something slippery or sudsy, just look at my hands. If there's bubbles, rinse it again, but there weren't any, so we're ready to towel dry him. Stick it in his ears. Hang on, one boy. Hang on. If you don't have earbuds for yourself, tear up these little cotton balls, stick them in your ears, they work great. All right, for the blow dryer, I'm gonna use the dryer on high for his body, legs, feet, and then once I get closer to his face, I'll put the dryer on low, and we'll dry his face, ears, and beard on that low pressure. Woo, we did it! Okay, let's get him brushed out. This is a leave-in conditioner / detangling spray. Spray it on all of his legs. Go ahead and brush him out. As I'm brushing his legs out, you'll hear a scratching, clicking sound. That's the brush making its way through the tangles. I know that I'm done once that clicking sound goes away. So now we'll brush out his beard. Do the same thing. Apply the leave-in conditioner. And I'm protecting his eyes and his nose. I don't want it to go in there. I'm going to be very careful not to brush over his nose and not to let the bristles touch his eyes. Okay, now he is all brushed out. We're going to go ahead and use our number 10 blade. We're going to shave over the top of his head, his ears, his back, and his belly. Now the top of the head is done, at least on this side. I'm going to come underneath and set the line behind his beard. And now we'll finish shaving the top of the head on this side and shave his left ear. Okay, that looks good. Go ahead and pop the leash back up around his head. Okay, now we're going to shave his back, and we're going to be blending in his legs. So as I'm shaving with the number 10 blade, I'll come right to where I want to leave it long, and then I just pull the blade away from his body and let the blade blend it in for me. So number 10 is getting a little warm. Go ahead and pop on a different one that's still cool. Okay, the legs are just about all blended in. Now I'm going to shave his tail, and then I think we'll be about done with our 10 blade. Alright, so to do his feet, I'm going to take my short-haired slicker brush. I'm going to brush all the hairs down below his feet, trim anything that comes past his pads, then place the foot down, brush all the hair down again and round the foot from the top. And now that back right leg looks like it's done. It's not much. They like these legs to be just as long as possible. But I still like to make sure that it's clean. There's not some hairs longer than other hairs, and that it blends into his feet. Let's go ahead and move on to his head. I'll start with his ears. The way that I do this safely is I pinch the edge of the ear, I find where the skin ends, and then I only cut right to the edge of that. And I can actually see through the hairs where the skin isn't there. That's another indicator of how far I can cut. Okay, ears look good. Eyebrows and his beard, I will use my comb. So I'm gonna start with his eyebrows. They want them a little bit tighter, and they want the gap between his eyebrows to be a little bit cleaner. So to do his eyebrows, first thing I do is lift up on the brows, pull all these hairs that are in between out, and in the corner of his eyes, get those all trimmed up real nice. That separates the beard from the eyebrows, which makes it a little bit easier to tell what to cut in the next step. And then in order to separate the eyebrows a little bit more, I'll then start pulling the hairs that are the furthest on the inside and trimming them up as well. I'm gonna start there, and then I'm gonna get the other side trimmed up to be balanced, and we'll see if that is enough or if we need to take a little bit more and widen that gap. Nice and pointy in the front of the beard. Blend this side in really good and tight. Yep, buddy. You look great. Oh, I'm so happy with this haircut. His one ear was pretty dirty, so I'm gonna get an extra cotton ball preemptively, expecting one of his ears to require a little bit more cleaning. Let's see if any hairs popped up on his face. Look gorgeous. Let's get a quick picture. And then he will be all done.